Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I want to do a which shoe for you video between two shoes from brands that are very popular with me. I first have the Altra Torin 7 and the Topo Phantom 3. I've been an ultra wearer for several years. I like zero drop and low drop shoes. This past year I started also running in some Topo shoes. I find that things that work well for me personally are zero drop to maybe like 6mm drop, and most of the Topos are 3 or 5mm drop. The Phantom 3s are 5mm, so they do work well. They're in that category for me. There are some similarities between these two shoes and some definite differences. First, I've had the Torin 7 for several months now, and I have put over 250 miles in them. It's probably the fourth or fifth iteration of Torins I've worn. I've gone through the Torin 7s, had some improvements. They became a little bit more plush around here. The tongue had been a little bit really thin and kind of digging into your ankle. Well, they fixed that problem. These are extremely comfortable shoes. They also increased the stack height by 2mm to 30mm of their Ego Max midsole, which is a very soft, squishy midsole. And I find good and bad in that. Good is that they are very plush and soft. I find these extremely comfortable for wearing around. They are still very comfortable for long, easy runs, recovery runs, but I almost find them too squishy for picking up the pace. When I try to pick up the pace, I kind of get lost down in the foam and can't bounce back up real well. So for 250 miles, the outsole is actually wearing very good. In past iterations of the Torins, I've gotten between 350 and 450 miles. I think these are easily going to do probably close to the 450 because I'm at 250, and the outsoles still look really well. The upper still looks really well. You can see I got them a little dirty. I ran in them during a 55-hour race. I did 47 miles in these about 2 weeks ago, so they did get a little dirty, but basically they still look like brand new on the uppers for the most part, especially if I would clean them up. Anyway, good shoes. On the other hand, the Topo Phantom 3s I haven't had near as long. I just got them in mid-November, so I've had them a couple months. I put a little 60 some odd miles in them, so not as many. These, instead of the 30mm stack height that the Torins have, I kind of compare these fairly closely. These have a 33mm stack height in the heel and 28 in the forefoot, so I think it's kind of a comparable level of cushioning. They use a dual density zip foam, which is their EVA compound. They're putting a softer bit of that EVA toward the top of the foot for a nice soft step-in feel, but they put a bit firmer version of the zip foam toward the bottom of the shoe to give it a little bit of firmness. These shoes I have found have been a really good all-around shoe. Kind of like the Altras, they have the nice wide toe box in both shoes, which I really like because I like having room for my toes to splay and move around. They both shoes are very comfortable and fit well around the heel and the midfoot. Anyway, I have found these extremely comfortable shoes. I will say that with the dual density zip foam, they're not quite as soft and plush as the Torin 7s, but they are still a very comfortable shoe to put on, and I think they're very good for long runs as well, but I actually think they're a little bit better for picking up the pace. They still wouldn't be necessarily my workout speed day shoe, but if I need to pick up the pace, I think I can, because the midsole is a little bit firmer, and you're not squishing down in the foam too much, so you are able to pick up the pace. I'm finding these to be great all-around everyday shoes. I don't know how long they'll last. I think they're going to last pretty good. Like I said, I've only got 60 something miles, but the outsole wear does not look bad at all. All the reports we've had at the running store is that people's uppers and things are lasting a long time in the Topo, so I've got a good feeling about those. It has a lot of little holes in it to breathe well, so I'm finding these to be extremely comfortable shoes. These do have the 5mm drop, so when you start comparing the two shoes, if you really want 0 mm, zero drop, the Torins would probably be the way to go. If you don't mind a little bit of drop, there's nothing wrong with the Topos. I do like the Topos for being a little bit more versatile because they're not quite as soft and squishy. But if I'm wearing them around at the store, they're both great. But I do kind of like the softness on the concrete of wearing the Torins. But I really like the look of these Phantoms, so I'll wear them casually as well. They look really good with jeans, and they're just really good all-around shoes. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the comparison. It kind of just would go into you trying them on, seeing what works for you, deciding whether zero drop works for you or having a little bit of drop would work for you, and then just what's more important to you, having a more all-around shoe, or do you want a more dedicated long-run recovery sort of day shoe? And maybe these shoes would bounce back well enough for you. They just don't really for me for fast running in the Torins. But anyway, I'm really enjoying both shoes. Just thought I'd share the information. If you found it interesting, please consider hitting the thumbs up, the like button. If you're interested in any more of my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And other than that, I hope you're having a wonderful day and keep moving.